I think the goal of today is to actually like figure out how we're gonna run our wires and what wires we need for all of the appliances and whatnot. What else we got?
This is my nightmare.
Goo goo gaga magil.
Fairing strips on the ceiling are done. We did not lose any headroom. That's a win.
Welcome back to Van Build 2.0. It's been a while. We took a little break, had some problems with the van.
I believe the van's not fixed yet, but the guys at Mercedes were able to pinpoint the issue to the drive shaft.
Then Kevin went snowboarding. I worked a bit, you know. But we are officially back and focusing on the van build for the next 35 days because we have something really big coming up in March. So we have a strict deadline of 35 days to get as much done on this build as possible.
To be honest, we haven't done a thing in the month of January on this van other than installing the floor, so it's kind of back to square one. Today we're going to be putting as much stuff in the van as possible to finalize the layout and make sure we know exactly where we're going to put everything and make sure it fits.
So
we better get moving because we were expecting to be like 50%, 65% done by February, and we're not even close.
let's get cracking.
Knew there was a reason why I got this skateboard. It's actually very easy. We have the seat in. We kind of have to figure out where it's going to go. One of the things we really need to consider is the fact that we're going to have a car seat here. And luckily, I just dropped my parents off at the airport and I drove them in their truck, which they have a baby seat in there for their grandson, my nephew. So I can go measure that. Make sure we have enough space, so we just need to make sure it's lined up properly and giving us enough space in the back where we can have our shower, bed, and everything else that we're gonna have. There's about 30 inches of space from the back of my dad's driver's seat to the start of the baby seat, car seat. So hopefully we have 30 inches with this. I mean, that's 33 inches, so this is like literally plenty.
Yeah.
We're good. Next, we gotta figure out how much space we're gonna have in our garage area and how the electronics are gonna look, because we kind of have big batteries this time with the Game Changer 3s from Battleborn, so let's get them in the van right now.
Is that just one?
Ooh, yep, this is one. 270 amp hours.
Jesus.
Just one of those things.
How many of those do we have?
2. This is equivalent to...
Thought we had 3, that's why I was like,
No,
holy shit.
that would be a lot. So let me go get the other one. We can kind of figure out how we want to do this. But the cool thing is that they're really thin. So we could maybe like stick them together. I don't know, we'll have to like play some Tetris. But you could stack them however you want, really. 540 amp hours, baby. We're not gonna have a problem with power. Then we got the inverter too.
How big's the inverter? Is this the same blue one?
Yep, I'll go get it. Whew. This guy's gotta go here too.
Blue.
You gonna come on camera or you camera shy today?
Can I say this right now? Swift. I talked to Dr. Virtue. You were like a half hour, 45 minutes late yesterday.
I actually didn't go in until 1. I had a doctor's appointment first.
Oh my God. You and KJ late as hell, and now you're using a doctor's appointment. Who's your doctor? All right. Who's your real doctor? Let's face it. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. All right.
Oh, there's no babies. Look at that. No baby seat. First thing you get pulled over.
I thought you were buying the baby seat. It's called the Duna. It's a little pricey, but our shower is on February 19th. I'll see you there with the Duna.
Oh, okay.
It's like $500, but that's something McGill can afford.
Yeah, that's peasant money for you.
That is definitely peasant money. $400 eBay.
No.
All right, I'll see you on the 19th.
Correct.
Don't forget to wrap the gift.
Oh yeah.
You just figured out our electrical.
Yeah, Taylor's had a good suggestion to have it kind of towards the door, so if there's time to diagnose a problem or whatever, it's just open the door and you're kind of not too deep in your garage to diagnose what's going on, you're kind of just bend over and it's a lot easier. So I thought that was really good.
Way better than putting all of this stuff further in.
Yeah. Not sure if you were able to see the surfboard though, but this is a very important piece to the van build because we need to be able to fit a surfboard underneath the van, or underneath the garage inside the van, like we did in our last one. So we need at least 6'3" foot of space in the garage, so we gotta kind of get a little creative on how we're gonna create that space. And I think we have an idea. Hopefully it works out. Taylor had a good idea to slide it right along our water tank like this. And I might only be able to fit one board this time instead of two, which is fine because it makes my decision easier on which board I want to ride when it's time to go surfing. But
all right,
toys make van building very difficult because you have to work around the space for your toys. And now strollers.
I was going to say, and baby gear.
And diapers and all that other jazz.
More toys.
Not toys.
Toys for the boys.
Now that electric is done, we're moving on to the plumbing side of things. I think the goal of today is to actually like figure out how we're going to run our wires and what wires we need for all of the appliances and whatnot. This is our hydronic heating system, which is kind of confusing if you're new to it, but once you understand it, it's really not that bad. I already opened it up and inspected. It has the duct tape and the masking tape. Don't think Rixon's actually does that, because they don't. Alright, here we go. Just get ready. We gotta think about this.
What the hell is that?
This is the 4-inch duct.
For what?
For the heat. So in this system, we have a hydronic furnace heater. We have heat exchangers. We have an air blower. What else we got?
This is my nightmare.
Water pumps and everything. So basically this system is going to heat our floor, it's going to heat our water, and it's going to heat the air inside the van as well. So it's pretty beastly, and once it comes all together, it's going to be incredible. I'm actually really excited for it. But it requires a lot of planning. It's not just simply putting a diesel heater under your passenger seat. You really got to think about everything, how you're going to put this ductwork through.
Oh my god.
There's just a lot. Don't get crazy with it.
There's a house cable, like a computer cable.
Ethernet.
Why do we need this?
You got to send the intelligence to the system.
My drone picked you up when he was in Colorado messing around.
Yeah, I know.
Okay?
Must be nice, right?
Yeah, when he was in Colorado messing around, my drone picked your truck up at. Parked at McDonald's 8 hours a day eating. Okay, and you got to remember.
You went to McDonald's?
I haven't had McDonald's in about 17 years.
Well, then what's your truck doing there? All
I
right?
think it might have been someone else. I spent 99% of my time at Virtua making the big bucks, while someone was spending the big bucks.
Who was that?
Well, listen to me. It's $42 an hour to take care of KJ, okay? And what I use is I use Velcro. I put him in the closet. I go surfing. I come back and I give him a bottle. All right?
As long as he gets fed.
That's just
Yeah, and he's going to be very educated on baby babble. Okay?
If it's
Goo
a
goo
girl,
gaga
you
ma
don't
gil.
like her?
Goo goo gaga ma gil. Okay, he's not going to know dad, mommy, dad. Your parents are going to see him. Goo goo gaga ma gil.
Absolute lunatic. All right, back to plumbing. Now that we've been interrupted.
So, what do we got? Can you do a quick summary on these two?
Accumulator makes it so you don't hear it 24/7.
Accumulates pressure.
Water pump.
Boom.
We had one of those in the last one. It pumps water. This thing tells us how much water is in our tank at all times.
Simple. This is the water pump for the floor. Control panel. Mixing valve.
Don't know what this shit is.
Wiring. This is exhaust for underneath the van.
This is another anti-scalding.
Yep. Here's plumbing hoses.
What the heck is this thing?
Here's our air blower. The expansion tank, I believe. Heat transfer plates. Fuel pump to the gas tank. Furnace. And then here's our other water pump for the coolant to loop the water.
How much water is this going to use? And is it going to be out of this tank?
Yeah.
For the floor?
No, that's coolant out of this.
Gotcha.
That's big.
So I think the spot for this one might be right here.
It's tight.
Oh, yeah.
Real tight.
Okay, I'm pulling it up.
Here's a little sneak peek of what's to come.
Oop.
With our toilet that not too many people talk about. Oh, she's nice.
Oh yeah, look at that pee spot. I've never been so excited about a pee spot.
So there's gonna be something.
I mean, I could even sit back further, actually.
Are you sure?
I think so.
After, time we get out here?
Oh, 10, 11, 10. I think 10.
A good 5 hours. We are done the planning stages. I think we made really good progress.
Really good progress.
I'll see you in the morning.
We finally have a plan.
Taylor's got work.
I do have work tomorrow, so I will not be here, but I trust that Kevin will do a great job.
Running wires is really hard.
You love running wires.
No, I love connecting wires and turning things on.
After you run them, the next part is connecting them.
Yeah, true that. Oh,
all right,
boy.
well, that's it for today.
Okay. So, yesterday we put pretty much everything in the van that requires some type of electrical connection. Well, pretty much just the main appliances. So today, I'm going to get started on the wiring, which I have some left over from the old van, and I have new wires. All the electronic components are going to be on the passenger back side of the wheel well, so I'm going to start there, run the conduit up, and try and figure out how this is all going to work out. So, instead of wiring, I don't know, I kind of pivoted a little bit, and I went to furring strips on the ceiling. So instead of putting furring strips like this and bending it up like that, you lose whatever this thickness is, half an inch if you're using plywood, whatever. And I'm very aware of how much internal space I have. So that's a big no-no for me. On our last van, we did the furring strips for the ceiling right here along the ribs of the van this way, so I'm still perfectly flat with the actual rib of the van. So this is a huge space saver by going this route, and it works easy. Just zap your shiplap or whatever type of board you're going to be using into this level, this thickness. I desperately need a new table saw. This thing is rusty, old, and not sharp. I'm gonna get hurt if I don't get a new one soon. Look who showed up at the perfect time. New table saw. Did you hear me say I need to get a new table saw?
No, I heard
literally
people
said that.
talking, and I'm like, what is that noise? And I saw you using the old one.
I literally said that like 10 minutes ago.
Wow.
Good timing.
Yeah, good luck, man. I'll plug it back in for you.
All right. Mike must have heard me say I need a new table saw. This one, the blade actually moves, so there's going to be less friction, and I won't have to worry about getting pushed back as much. Check this out.
Something I saw off of YouTube.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, dude, I want to try it, but I didn't know where this torch was.
Maybe you want to do that? I don't know. That's cool. That was easy. Okay. I now have 8 total. That's 8? Yeah, 8. They're gonna go on all 8 ribs. And then when it comes time to do the ceiling, we'll just do the ceiling into it. But I wanted to get this done because I want to put conduit on the wood. It doesn't really make sense for me to drill into the ribs again and create more holes, which means more scrap metal in the ribs with more raw metal, which could create rust. So you want to reduce the amount of holes as much as possible. So I figured put these in first, then nail the conduit to this. There you go. thinking.
33 more days. Get as much done as humanly possible.
Look who is back. Taylor is not working today, so she's helping me with the van. Yesterday we got these 8 pieces together, and I was trying to bend and force it. And then I started researching some more van build videos. Came across Heeman and Beck's first one, on their latest build. And they cut little slits for each piece to help it bend. So I'm going to try that, and hopefully that makes life a lot easier. I mean, I was able to bend it, don't get me wrong, because my back's a little sore this morning. So. Taylor just cut this board, and her cuts are a little deeper than mine in some areas. And I don't know if I just got really strong in the last 10 minutes, but this one's so much easier. I don't know if it's a thicker board or what, but maybe those slots, yeah, it's the same thickness. This is like the perfect length. So just a little bit.
I did a good job?
Yeah, just a little bit thicker than the actual blade itself.
Are you going to change your jacket?
You like this?
Yes, it's a nice coat.
And my shirt's nice.
Yeah, and you already have a little stain or something on that coat.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Might be ketchup. Alright, I'll go change. Okay. I am now wearing a wife-approved outfit. Got my, what is this, 3/8 bit? 3/8 socket, I mean, which is a perfect fit. And we'll see how these self-tapping screws work out. And I got my construction adhesive to partner with it. And we'll see how it works out. Alright, one down.
Now we are hopefully going to wire today so we can actually start to put things on the walls. Hopefully. Keyword.
Fairing strips on the ceiling are done. We did not lose any headroom. That's a win. So now we need to think about all of the appliances that need electricity and such over here. Okay?
Oh. Yeah, it's more you.
I think that he'll be old enough by June 2nd to go to Disney World.
Perfect.
All right,
June 2nd it is.
That's my plan. All right.
I mean, technically, you can get on a plane at like what, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I can. I have a new Sprinter van coming that gets. You charge the battery. It's 3,000 miles. It's electric.
Wow, that would be nice.
Electric Sprinter, 3,000 miles. I can make it to San Francisco on one charge.
Can you imagine?
That sounds like
Okay.
something we need to invest in.
All right. Most of
That'd
the
be nice.
back of the van is a battery. I mean,
Yeah.
where you're standing right now, you'd be a part of the battery. All right. That's how big. It's a, and there's room for one baby seat. That's it.
Perfect.
Just one.
All right. So,
We'll take it.
I got work to do. I can't even be around. There's a commission.
Did you surf?
No, there's too much wind, but I'm gonna ride down after I eat something.
I believe it.
Alright, how much you got?
You can't get it just right.
What are you doing?
I am cutting this little doohickey that we use for the windows and putting it on these little metal parts that are a little sharp to protect the wires. I know my lingo is on point for exactly what I'm doing,
Oh, that was good.
but I can't seem to get the fit exactly right. This one is money. Oh yeah. Money, 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 money.
Well, Taylor's losing steam, folks.
Losing steam.
I'm going through the checklist of all of the electrical components that we have and whether or not we have a wire running to them. I underestimated how much wire we need because we're putting our fuse block and our AC distribution panel all the way in the
Steam's being
back
lost.
passenger right corner. So
Lost
basically like the...
steam.
Will you stop interrupting me? Anyway, as I was saying while Taylor rudely interrupted me, I'm going
losing
through...
steam.
I'm gonna kill you. Going through all the electric.
Oh, you heard it there first, folks. If I'm dead, blame Kevin.
I'm going through all the electrical components to see if we have a wire end to it, because I underestimated how much wire to buy, and we're gonna need to buy more.
Oh,
so
this is gonna be perfection. Oh yeah. Oh, did you hear that?
that was a nice click.
Clicked into place. Oh, that's my best work yet.
Nice.
She's beautiful.
Keep that up.
Oh, I'm done.
What do you think?
We're partially done.
Bit
It's
of a
mess. It's an absolute mess. A bit of a wreck? This is an absolute nightmare. But at least I got my bench.
True. All right. I think that wraps it up for this episode. I guess, what do you call this episode? Wiring and sealing furring strips?
Something like that.
I really
Back
like
in the van.
back in the van. I guess we'll see you next Tuesday, where hopefully we'll have much more progress. Hopefully have the plumbing side of the thing done.
Fairing strips up.
Furring strips up.
Plumbing done. All
Plumbing
the
done.
electrical wires ran. And hopefully we have all this hooked up.
That would be sick.